Hello, Divine Feminine. Hope you guys are doing well today. Thank you for joining in on our reading. I am excited to do this little update for you. Hopefully you guys have been having a good week and are looking forward to heading into the weekend. It's a beautiful Friday afternoon where I'm at today. So hopefully it's beautiful where you are too. I'm sure it is. I kind of like all the weather, so whether it's snowing, raining, sunny, I like it all. That's just my personal thing. I love all the different kinds of weather out there. They all bring a different kind of, mood and setting. So let's get into this reading today here. And let's take a look at this first card, which is the purpose of the relationship for you and your divine masculine. What's the purpose of this relationship? Now, for each and every one of us, we all have different life paths and different, missions, so to speak, that we are on. And that is because we are all created with, unique and divine gifts from source in order to be able to bring something special into this world at this time. So you and your divine masculine are going to have your own unique purpose, your own unique way of experiencing this journey. So the star is our first card today. And that means that the purpose of you and your divine masculine meeting at this particular time in your lives is, it's all in divine timing. Whether you've met in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, even your 60s or 70s, it can happen at any point in time. Nobody knows exactly when, how, or if. And when we do meet our twin flames, 99.9% of the time, we didn't even know twin flames even existed or was even a thing. And that's just the way that it works. It's not something that we know about until it comes into our awareness, and it comes into our awareness through that divine timing of when your soul and source, God, the universe, decides that it's time for the two of you to wake up and to meet. So the purpose is always, of course, always ascension. That's just a given. It's part of the process, but each one of you have gone through specific life experiences that make it unique. So for the two of you, this is about inner clarity, understanding that miracles are a part of life, learning to have faith, to see both sides of the coin as a valuable, and also to do something special with your time while you're here. Somehow or another, you are going to be brought into the spotlight in your life. If you're a teacher, if you're a doctor, if you're a lawyer, if you're a mother, a father, even if you're in some kind of sports or whatever it is that you're doing, all of these things are absolutely divinely inspired and part of your life path. And they're leading you someplace, right? It's preparation. And somehow you're being guided into, and your divine masculine as well, into something that you're going to be able to utilize all of these talents that you've been cultivating and have been, given to you along your path. You're going to be able to take all of those things and do something quite amazing with them while you're here in this life. There's a purpose and a reason, a meaning behind why all of these things have happened and the events and the way that they've occurred and the divine timing of meeting your divine masculine. All of this is something that you and your divine masculine are going to do together. Now, what does it mean to do it together? Does that mean you're going to be side by side, working together, doing something in tandem? Or does that mean that, this person's going to be doing this over here while this person's going to be doing this over here? And although it may seem like they're not exactly the same thing, it's like having a left and a right hand, right? Sometimes your left hand is performing a different task than your right hand. However, it's one goal that each hand is performing separately. And so we don't really know for sure exactly how that's going to manifest. Oops, I just kicked my camera. Been doing that a lot lately, being klutzy. Yeah, I put that in the wrong spot. You and your divine masculine are being prepared for that on some level, and you may work together, like side by side in tandem on some project, or like a job or some kind of creation that the two of you are going to bring in together. Or it may be that you are going to be doing it, separately. It could also be coming in and out of that too, right? So, life happens in a span of time and nothing's set, okay? Everything is like an ebb and a flow. So there may be times where you're working toward this mission or this common goal separately. And it may seem like, how are these things even lining up with each other? And it may be that sometimes you guys come together, you do certain things, you connect, you work on something together, and then you kind of go off again on your own, like separate paths for a period of time. And as you transcend in your awakening and in your journey, you'll understand more and more and more why these ebbs and flows happen. They won't bother you the way that they do in the beginning, okay? Now, blocks in the relationship. What are the blocks that you and your divine masculine may face along your journey? And for this, we have King of Pentacles in reverse. So with King of Pentacles in reverse, jealousies are an issue, and feeling like maybe the other person doesn't have follow through or commitment towards something. Like they may talk a big game, but not always back it up with action. And that could be a source of contention. I don't know if that comes from you or your divine masculine, maybe even a bit of both. I get the sense that it's more the divine masculine that is going through this. But jealousy on both sides is something that is coming strongly through with this card. They feel jealous of you. In some ways, they feel jealous of you because of your talents, and maybe they feel a little inferior in certain ways, and that makes them feel insecure. But maybe they're also a little bit jealous of your ability to be able to handle things the way that you do. And I definitely get a strong sense that they are jealous when it comes to you or the thought of you being with anyone else. And I know for sure that it's probably also you as well, divine feminine, that experiences some jealousy with your divine masculine. There could be third parties involved, which would be a lot of the reasons behind that. And it's because you guys have a deep and profound connection, and there is something that you both know is important and there for a reason. You both know that you're working towards something, even if it's just on a subconscious and intuitive level. There's a deep and profound connection, and so that oftentimes can trigger insecurities that can manifest as jealousy from fear-based energy. So what is the guidance for your relationship? Guidance for you guys. Three of Pentacles. Teamwork. Coming together in collaboration. Recognizing that you have different skill sets and having a deep and profound respect for the differences as well as the similarities. Not trying to force someone to be something that they're not, and instead recognizing the divine necessity for people to be able to kind of march to the beat of their own drums. Like having a deep, profound respect for that. Just allowing someone to be something that they already are, knowing that there is massive amounts of value and that the source is guiding them, even if it doesn't always make sense. Recognizing that the qualities that the other has are, you know, some of us are left-handed and some of us are right-handed, right? I happen to be right-handed, but I know people that are left-handed and they're very skilled with their left hand and not so much with the right. I do, you know, even when I'm dancing or something, I can move my right side of my body with a lot more precision than I can my left. It kind of looks a little bit awkward on my left side. And it's just because, but that doesn't necessarily make my right hand more valuable than my left hand, right? I wouldn't want to give either one of them up. My left hand is better at some things. Like, it's weird because I do cartwheels and certain kinds of physical activities. I do the opposite. I use my left side of my body more than my right. And so I guess I equate twins kind of like that, right? The soul has two bodies and it's one soul. This body has two hands and one body. And so I'm not more my left hand or my right hand, and one of them isn't more valuable to me than the other. They're both extraordinarily valuable, even though they perform different tasks and activities, and some are more skilled and qualified in certain areas than the other. And so the soul kind of sees twin flames in the same way. And so that guidance that I'm seeing right now that is coming from Source is for you to recognize that even if sometimes your divine masculine isn't always acting in ways that make sense to you, it doesn't mean that there's not a purposeful and divine reason behind it that, if you did fully understand, would calm your nerves and your anxiety. And that's where faith comes in. And they need to do the same for you, right? And that would actually eliminate a lot of the fears and jealousies, like that fear-based energy of, you know, that comes from the mind, that things are not the way that they're meant to be. That's not trusting Source. That's not trusting God. That's not trusting the universe, the higher self, the soul. That's the mind coming in, the ego, fear-based energy, programming, you know, lack mentality. And that's what we're transcending. That's the purpose of the twin flame journey, after all. All right. Probable outcome based on current circumstances. Two of Swords. It is time to compromise. It's time for decisions to be made. You know, this teamwork and the collaboration, like, you guys are on a journey together. It's important to know that you guys are on a mission already, even if it seems like you're in separation. You hear it all the time, separation's an illusion, confused the heck out of me in the beginning, but it doesn't anymore. And we can help you with that, of course, by the way, to understand kind of how this stuff works. If you guys are interested in one-on-ones, if you're interested in tarot readings or in our awesome group calls, we discuss all of this stuff in depth and help you guys to understand, like, the whys and the hows of, like, how your interactions with your twin flame, which again, for each and every one of you, it has to be uniquely tailored to your specific situation, because mine and anyone else's isn't going to look like yours. Okay. You are this, and it's that way by design, because you are the master of your own, you're the hero of your own journey. Okay. This is your journey and this is your ascension. And it's never going to look like anyone else's, because otherwise, you know, we would just be followers of each other and we wouldn't do what we're supposed to do, which is go within and learn to use our own inner compass. But in the Conduits community, that's the purpose of it, is to help you guys learn to go within and use that inner compass and be your own guide and follow your higher self, okay? And to trust and to tune into the you know, the guidance of the universe. That's my mission in this world. That's what I'm doing right now. And I am extremely blessed to have the opportunity to do it. So if you guys are interested in that, go to the description box below, and there'll be some links that you guys can follow in order to join the calls, or, you know, do some one-on-ones and personal tarot readings. And also, please like and subscribe. We love you guys, and it helps us a lot. So you guys need to kind of recognize, like, a little bit of where this is going, and then make decisions. Okay. Now, for you divine feminines out there that have a divine masculine who is seemingly more difficult, Either you're not in communication, you're not in contact, they've ghosted you, they're not, available for many, 1,000 different reasons, right? I've worked with thousands of twin flames. There's 1,001 reasons why divine masculines don't show up the way that we expect them to. But if that's the case, then that's because it's you right now that is supposed to have the clarity and to make the decisions all by yourself. And there is a purpose and a reason behind that in your journey as well. Sometimes we go through periods of separation because it's what both twins need in order to expand and to grow. And if we are focused on them, we're not focused on what we really need to be focused on, which is the soul and tuning into that. And so that's why, we're in the space that we are. We're being given the gift of separation. Yes, I said it, it's a gift. I did not feel like it at the time. Trust me, I know what the dark night of the soul is like and how torturous and awful it is and how upset and just it just felt like I was being destroyed. But I see it now as a gift. I know what it was. And I have an absolute reverence for that period of time in my life because of what it provided and gave to me. Had you told me that at the time, I might have wanted to punch your teeth out. But now I know and understand. And that's what I'm here to help you guys that might be in the middle of that. Still, if you're going through difficulties at any point in time in this journey, dark night of the soul, or all of the ebbs and flows and the ups and downs that come along after it, maybe you've gone through a period of time where things felt better, and now you're like smacked out almost in what feels like a repeat of the dark night of the soul. Please remember that Source is giving you what you need. Okay? Your higher self is giving you what you need in order to evolve and transcend the mind and get into that higher dimension of the fourth and the fifth dimensions of consciousness and understanding. Okay? And just like when a child is growing and they grow very quickly, they can get, growing pains in their legs and their arms because, it hurts to grow sometimes. But, we know that as they're growing, it's because their body's maturing and expanding and, getting stronger and they'll be able to accomplish and do more. And so it's a good thing, even though it's painful. It's the same thing on a spiritual level. Okay? It's the same thing on a spiritual level. So I'm going to get you guys a card here. And I haven't used this deck for a while. So this is my Woodland Wardens Oracle deck. And let's see what it has to say for you guys today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading. I really do. It's always a pleasure and honor to be able to do this for you guys. All right. All right, let's take a look here. All right, the raccoon. The raccoon and sycamore calls us to explore a thrilling new interest, idea, or opportunity. Raccoons are intelligent creatures, dexterous and eager, often linked to bandits due to the mask-like markings around their eyes. They are quite lovable rascals, rarely seeking to cause harm. Like the raccoon, the sycamore tree is associated with a desire to learn and know. In the Bible, a man named, sorry, I have to pronounce this. I'm not familiar with this person from the Bible. So a man named Zacchaeus climbs a sycamore tree to get a better view of Jesus as he passes through the town of Jericho. Jesus rewards the man's curiosity by visiting his home. If this comes out in the upright, you are well equipped to explore uncharted territories, climb high into the tree of your interests, bounding from branch to branch. Now is an auspicious time to discover new truths about yourselves and your ability. This is such a great card for you guys because I feel like that's what this reading was pointing you toward, is to be open to this journey, to trust this journey, and to know that it's taking you to greater heights. Even if along the way, sometimes, reaching those new heights can feel a little scary at first. There is purpose in it. You're always being held, loved, lifted up by the universe. You're never forgotten or alone. The universe doesn't make mistakes, and you are created with purpose, value, and reason. And no one can bring into this world what you can bring into it. And all of your life, the goodness, the good times, and the hardships are all brought to you for you in order to help you cultivate those areas of yourself that need to be refined in order for you to be able to bring your unique gifts into this world. So shine your light, divine feminine, and remember how incredibly special you and your divine masculine are, and that you're already working together as a team. Everything's already happening in divine timing, and trust your journey, okay? I love you guys. Thanks so much for being here with me today, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.